everybody. It's Cooking with Claire.
And Dave.
And it's Tasty Tuesday.
It is Tasty Tuesday.
Today's going to be so fast. I mean, we're already super early. And this recipe, we've done some of the pre-cooking for you, so you won't have to view in long. But I think it's going to tempt your taste buds. We're going to do a one-pot chicken and gnocchi that is sneak peek out of the new Season's Best coming out in about a month. What are you doing?
And I'm going to wet your taste buds with a Daphne Martini.
A Daphne?
Daphne Martini.
What does that mean?
Well, it's just the name of it.
Okay.
It has a lot of alcohol in it.
Oh, boy.
For those that enjoy alcohol.
Well, Dave might be drinking alone tonight.
Maybe.
Maybe Linda will come over. All
Does
right.
have gin in it.
Well, there you go.
All right.
All right, so I went ahead and you're going to get a sneak peek on a pot that hosts can get this month. And then I'll turn this down. And that will be in our catalog in the next season. But this is a piece of our enamel cast iron. And what I did was I went ahead and I put some bacon in there and I cooked it. I cut it up. I don't know if you know this trick, but just cut up your bacon with some scissors, and they're in about 1-inch pieces. And then I put that in there, browned that, and then I put some seasoned chicken breasts in there with Italian seasoning, some salt, and some pepper. And I just checked the temperature, and they're over 165 degrees. So we are going to remove the chicken breasts. And I just discovered something. I'm always discovering. But with our little micro grips, if you put this over here, it almost fits around. And I can just lift that off easily. So I'm just going to take the chicken breasts out and put them on here. And they're chicken breasts and thighs. So they're pre-cooked, as we said. And I put the seasoning on one side, and then I went ahead and put the rest of the seasoning into the grease, so it was seasoning the other side right at the same time. All right, so now we're just gonna leave what's in here, and I'm gonna grab a couple things. So we're gonna take some garlic, and we're gonna take 3 cloves. And of course, we don't have to peel this. We have the, we might have to turn that up a little bit. We're gonna turn it up to, I believe, a medium. And we're gonna add our garlic. This is a pretty big piece. Man, oh man. I'm feeling a little weak right now. So, but my hump side up worked well. And I think I'm just gonna put in another small one. And we're gonna put this right into that juice and to the grease for just about 20 seconds. And then we're gonna start adding some other things. All right, I think this is gonna be pretty good, Dave.
Okay.
So we'll toss that in there. So the other things that we're gonna add in are 2 cups of milk and another teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And then we're gonna put in the gnocchi. We've used this before. We even showed you how to make it, I don't know, it feels like years ago, but it was a couple months ago. And we'll just put that in, and it's gonna come to a boil, and then just cook for about 3 minutes after it comes to a boil. So super easy. The other thing that we need to add is some Parmesan cheese. And so I'm just grating that right with our fine grater. And once again, it's about 1 cup, and it's so light and airy with this. So those ingredients are gonna go in. Is it cooking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we
Cooking
go.
with Claire.
Here we go. Here's some milk. You want to bring the camera over? Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm going to turn this way up.
I'm not coming around the other way here, honey.
Oh.
Okay.
Hi. Alrighty. And some And I'm gonna kind of break this apart. And the Parmesan cheese. So I'm just gonna let this come to a boil. And while I'm doing that, Dave is going to show you how to make his drink. I mean, this is how easy this recipe is. So something that you can make anytime. So I'll let this come to a boil. He'll do his drink, and then we'll come back and just add a couple ingredients.
So I'm hoping all that camera movement didn't make everybody dizzy and it made you thirsty, because I'm going to make for you tonight a cocktail that's called the Daphne Martini. It is made with gin, it is made with vodka, it has a little blue Curaçao in it, it has some dry vermouth in it, it has some orange bitters in it. So yeah, I got to get some ice.
Put me flat on my back.
Okay. Now this is a drink that calls for some gin, so I've got some New Amsterdam semi-dry gin here for those of you that love gin, and I know some of you do. Calls for 1.5 ounces in each drink. I'm going to make 2 of them because I know Claire loves gin and vodka mixed together.
You know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. It also calls for 1.5 ounces of vodka, but it actually called for pear vodka. And I couldn't find any on the spur of the moment. So what I did is, I knew I had vodka at home, and so I bought a little thing of pears when I was at the Pig. So I'm just going to use about 1.5 ounces of the pear juice. I ate the pears, and I'm just going to use the pear juice to give it that peary flavor. To that, I'm going to add a 1/2 ounce of, or 1 ounce, I guess, of blue Curaçao, which is again an orange flavored liqueur. Kind of ironic that it's blue, but it is. We also add to that 1/2 ounce of dry vermouth. And then we're going to put in there just a splash of orange bitters. Orange bitters. We're going to do 2 splashes and 3 splashes. Okay. I'm going to garnish this with some blueberries, so I'm going to put some blueberries in the bottom here right away. That way they're in there and we don't have to worry about that later. I'm going to shake this up. How's your chicken doing over there, Claire?
You can slow way down.
I can slow way down.
So shake a little bit slower.
It's very, very cold. Oh, you might like this, Claire. Thinking you might. Martini glass. Daphne Martini. Vodka, gin, a little bit of pear juice, a little bit of blue Curaçao, a little bit of orange bitters. Very simple, very refreshing. Kind of looks like raspberry Kool-Aid.
Ooh, I do like the color.
It's very good. Maybe not so much for my wife over here, but what do you think?
I'm going to add a little 7-Up to mine.
Okay.
Just to dilute it a little bit.
You've done that before.
I have.
You have.
But otherwise, I love the color.
I am not going to dilute mine because I like it just the way it is.
So, yum. I think for me, and those who don't like that heaviness, yeah, I think the 7-Up will add something, or even adding some more fruit juice. I like fruity drinks, let's face it.
Fruit juice. I'm going to pour the rest of this in my cup, and I'll save you some. I'll make some room in your cup for some 7-Up.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That'd be great. You might want to make a lot of room.
Very good.
All right, so I am over here stirring, and the gnocchi has a lot of starch in it, So what that will do is mix with the milk will help thicken up this sauce, and we're boiling now. And my gnocchi is breaking apart. I can tell that it is getting a little softer. I'm gonna toss in my bacon. So remember that bacon flavoring in the bottom of the pan is really gonna add a lot of flavor. Like my bun, Dave?
I like your buns, Claire. Like I said, it's more of a biscuit right now, but that's okay.
I've never had a bun before at the top of my head. Pretty excited. Takes little to excite me.
It's the little things in
It
life.
really is. Okay, so I'm going to take my tongs, and we're just going to put our chicken back in here. And you see how delicious? Move back just a little. Just going to put these in, and then we're going to add our peas. Just calls for half a cup of peas, and yes, any of my daycare family, if you are watching this, daycare kids, I know you don't like peas, so you can add something else.
They've all grown up now.
Yeah.
They like peas now.
So we're just gonna scatter these around. These were frozen, and this is just gonna cook for about 3 minutes. I'm gonna turn down the heat just a bit, put the top on, and 3 minutes, Dave and I are gonna be eating this gnocchi. Easy. Easy
Peasy.
peasy. Truly.
Truly.
So that's it. That's it tonight.
Short and sweet tonight.
We will see you next week.
Next week.
We don't
Next
know
week
what we're
is
making.
the second week of August already.
Yes, we have some company coming over from out of state and from around here. So we might have to get them involved with us, Linda. Maybe making some of our meals over here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I guess I have some talking to do to some of our guests and see if they'd be willing. All right, so thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Tasty Tuesday.